YouTube, what is up? So I've got the 16 Pro here in titanium, and we went ahead and unboxed it, and there's not really much in the boxes anymore. It's got the phone and it's got some paperwork. It does have a nice USB Type-C cable, a nice braided cable in the box, but that's about it. No stickers. That was my wife's phone. So, I can't be too greedy about it. Thank you, honey, for letting me video that part. But I thought, I've got the 15 Pro from last year, and I thought I'd go ahead and compare it to the 16 Pro from this year and, see what differences there are. But the biggest difference that I can see is, are you subbed to my channel? If not, let's make a big difference. Sub to my channel, hit that like button, and let's get into it. So looking over the differences on the two phones, this one on my left here is the 15 Pro, the one on my right is the 16 Pro. And for the colors, one's a little bit, I guess, shinier than the other. This one has the capture button here, and the finish, I guess, is a little different. They're still titanium, but, I think they did a different coating on the 16 Pro. Oh, and then there was that, capture button that we have right here for the camera control, and this is the 5G antenna. And then on the other side, this is all the same, action button, volume up and down. And the bottoms are still USB Type-C. A couple of the other major differences with the 16 Pro. One, it's still got the same 48 megapixel main shooter as last year, but the ultra wide got 48 megapixels as well compared to the 15 Pro, which only had 12 megapixels. Nice. And the 16 Pro got the 5-time optical zoom that wasn't included with the regular 15 Pro last year. Now they are on both the Pro and the Pro Max for the 16. Smart. And as far as recording styles on the 16 Pro, they got 4K at 120 frames per second. You can do edits within the camera app to slow down and do slow motion stuff, which is kind of cool. Also, the 16 Pros got 4 microphones for this mic array.
What does that mean?
They've really come out with some creator stuff this year that you can be recording. The mics can be centralized to drown out background noise and focus more on the two people that are talking or whoever you got talking, which is that's kind of a nice feature. You've got your capture button here, which you just hold down and it releases the camera, and you can hold it to zoom, zoom in and out on stuff lightly, and then you can hold it down, take a picture. You can change the zooms and, the picture and the bokeh and all that kind of stuff. And what I've discovered is that when you go to, say you're going to do your zoom, you can touch here. Well, you could, I don't know. You can touch up here and you can use your finger to swipe as well. But then again, you could always just go into here and swipe. Let's look at the screens. Now, I got 2 just pictures of white screens. I've noticed that the temperature with the 16 Pro Maxes as well compared to the 14 Pro Max, that the screen temperature seems a little bit warmer on the new 16 Pros. That could be because of the panel differences. Aha! As far as nits of brightness. They both still have 200 nits of max brightness, but the 15 Pro went down to 10 nits of brightness. This one will go all the way down to 1 nit of brightness, which if you're in a completely dark room and you're messing with your phone, that's kind of nice. The 16 Pros do have a slimmer bezel compared to the 15 Pro. So I got my caliper here. Let's take a look here, zero it out. And the 15 Pro, very unscientifically looking at, 2.6 millimeters. maybe a little smaller. We'll say 2.4. And then going over here to the 16 Pro, it's, you know, a significantly smaller, like a 1.7, maybe more like a not 1.9. With the shrinking of the bezels for the 16 Pro, the max screen size now is a 6.3 inch screen, while the 15 Pros were at a 6.1. And with the shrinking of the bezels and, you know, making some different size changes, which, you know, we'll go over the sizes here in a minute, you know, it's a little bit bigger, but not by much. And also with the 16 Pro screens, and they have a newer ceramic shield, which is, you know, supposed to be, I think they said 50% better for brakes. I'm not dropping my phone to find out. So let's go ahead and weigh these two and see what the difference is. All right, I've got my scale here. Let's start off with the 15 Pro and see what it weighs in at. 200 grams. And I believe the 16 Pro is a little bit heavier. 200 grams. Really? It's the same weight? Yeah, I thought these were a little bit heavier. I still didn't take the screen protector off the 15 Pro when I went to weigh it. So here's the actual screen protector, and it weighs in at 11 grams. So 11 grams minus the 200 grams that it weighed in at is 189 grams. Super scientific. New batteries in here. The casings are metal instead of like wrapped in this like plastic rubber thing. They've worked on the thermals for thermal dissipation, which is good because I tell you what, I guess I didn't do a lot of recording with my 15 Pro here, you know, as far as videos. You know, I shot some videos and this and that, but it was more my day-to-day. And as far as like my YouTube stuff, I was using my upper camera, my son's 14 Pro Max. I was using it, and then of course I got the iPad here. So I was like, you know, great. I'm gonna start using this for my overhead and, you know, shooting at 4K 60. No, this thing gets super hot. There was complaints and stuff about how hot this thing was. I never really experienced that because I wasn't shooting in 4K 60 for no more than 10 minutes. This thing gets hot. I had a couple of videos that I did before that I had to scrap because halfway through it, this thing wouldn't so much stop recording, but the recording got really janky, and I'm still a little bitter about it.
It's like when I'm right, and when I'm wrong, I could have been right, so I'm still right because I could have been wrong.
All right, so let's get some measurements here. 71.6 on the 16 Pro, and nope, 70.8. So the 16 Pro is a little bit wider. And let's go ahead and, how much taller? Because they are going to be taller because of the new screen here. But how much taller are they going to be? So I've got 149.6 millimeters on the 16 Pro, and the 15 Pro, what do we got? 145.2. So yeah, just 145.2. Yeah, the width is 1 millimeter wider, which, you know, isn't too bad, and the height is, you know, 3 millimeters taller, which, you know, holding it in your hand, you'll notice more of the screen than the height. Let's check out the width and see what the width difference is, you know, for that new battery. It out. And 8.8. Wait, I do have to take the screen protector off. The 16 Pro here, the width, 8.3, 8.2. So 8.2, and the 15 Pro here, 8.2. So they kept the width 8.3. 0.1 thicker. As a matter of fact, you can barely, yeah. So 0.1 millimeters in thickness. What you'll notice the most is the height on these. So what do you say we go ahead and check out these magnets? Now the MagSafe is different. For the 15 Pros, it was 15 watts wirelessly charging with MagSafe. Now it is 25 watts MagSafe charging with the puck, the new puck that Apple sells. I wasn't too impressed with the last one. Last one got really hot. But I'm pretty sure we'll get some third-party 25 watt wireless charging coming out pretty soon. Please! Also, the plugging it in with the USB-C, it was 30 watts, 27 watts on the 15 Pros, and the 16 Pros now charges up to 45 watts. What? So I got my magnet paper here, 15 Pro here on the left, 16 Pro on the right, looking at the batteries, looking at the magnet, you know, there's the MagSafe with the dewdrop and this thing here as usual, and here, you know, that looks pretty much, they're pretty much identical as far as size. There was rumor that there was going to be a smaller, you know, MagSafe ring, but it doesn't look like that has happened. This is about 6.7, yeah, 6.7. Let's go ahead and just for giggles and check out the charge and do a little shake test.
What's shaking, man?
140 gram portable charger here. And then we go, boom. That one charges. As a matter of fact, it's 100% charge. So what about the shakeage on this? I think about medium. A little less than medium. You know, not the strongest of magnets, but, you know, that's why you get cases with strong magnets. As a matter of fact, I got did a Spigen one right here that's got phenomenal magnets. And now let's try the 16 Pro here. Oh, it didn't charge. Oh, and it is turned on. Why didn't it charge? There it goes. My wife has the sounds turned off. She don't like the sound. Okay, so what do we got here? So less than medium shakeage, you know? One of these days I'm gonna break that. I'm gonna have to get a new charger. Let's go ahead and check out a wallet. So, wallet on the 15 Pro. What do we got as far as shake? Yeah, you know, it'll stay on there. Then we look at the 16 Pro here. Pop that on there. Same thing. You know, wallet. Of course, this Andar mag wallet, this is a beast. But yeah, as far as the differences between the 15 Pro to 16 Pro, there's, you know, a little bit bigger, but not by much. You know, where it counts with the width is pretty good, you know, a little bit taller, about the same weight, and it's got approved batteries. And, you know, you got a bigger screen going from a 6.1 inch screen on the 15 Pros to the, you know, 6.3 on the 16 Pros, which isn't, you know, too bad. And of course, you know, I didn't really talk too much about it because Apple Intelligence, of course, you know, you've seen all the commercials. Apple Intelligence, they're showing the Siri animations. Well, it's not out yet. I'm not exactly sure. I really don't care for Apple doing that kind of thing with the commercials and everything and advertising that they're going to do. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. It's like that's not what's happening right now. You know, it's going to come. The Apple Intelligence is going to be rolling out, you know, this year, next month, first of the year. You know, don't, you know, like Marquez says, and I'm a firm believer in it, don't buy any product on the promise of what they're going to give you. As far as upgrading from the 15 Pro to the 16 Pro, I mean, yeah, I mean, one, the thermal heat thing, yeah, if you're having problems with that, this is a lot better. As a matter of fact, during setup, it didn't get nearly as hot as iPhones in the past. The thermals are better. It's a bigger screen, a little bit better battery life. The camera improvements, you know, especially, I mean, this thing, man, it's like you can make a whole movie with the, you know, proper sound without extra microphones. I mean, not movie quality sound, but you get my drift, man.
Feel me knocking? I feel you.
You know, if you're just taking pictures and browsing and doing all this, and the camera, the capture button isn't, you know, that big of a thing. You know, if you have the 15 Pro, when Apple Intelligence does finally release, you will also, you know, get those benefits. But there are probably some exclusives and stuff that'll only happen with these. You know, I don't think I would do it. I might do it because being a creative and wanting the microphones and this and that, of course, but I have my own microphone, so I don't know. You know, an every day to upgrade, I'd wait. You know, maybe see what the Apple Intelligence thing, you know, is going to do, and wait till the bugs are worked out of that. Yeah, because even when they release it, it's going to be beta. Apple this year's got me a little flustered.
You ain't lying.
All your marketing revolves around Apple Intelligence, and you release the phone, and it's not there. I know that there's other companies that have done it. Google, they've, you know, talked about software that, you know, on release didn't happen. But when your whole marketing campaign revolves around it, you're showing in commercials the Siri animation that can't be done yet unless you're on a beta, a public beta. It just, I don't know. I'm probably going to cut this anyways. If you do have an iPhone 16 Pro or 16 Pro Max, I got a video right here of a good Spigen case for your phone. Awesome magnets. And, you know, and there's some thoughts there about the whole cases and the capture button and, you know, the state of affairs with that. So guys, you know, thanks for stopping by. Peace and love.